So I'm back here with the TEAC again, and a little bit of time has elapsed, and I've had this together and apart now, and made an interesting discovery that I want to share with you all, in that micro switches come in a few more flavors than you might think. And the micro switches that I bought originally, the one on the right, the amount of force it takes to operate the plunger is so great that the lever will not return back to the resting position under the influence of the spring. And so in looking at the original micro switches that were installed here, this is one of them, I decoded this number here. These are all the same brand of micro switch, all made by the same company, Omron. This is the original micro switch here, the one that I removed previously, and this is one of the extras that I bought initially. Well, this takes quite a bit more force to operate the switch than this does, and these numbers indicate the force required on the plunger. Some of these numbers do, others refer to the switch contact form and the current rating and other things. But the current on this application is fairly low since it's being used in a control circuit. The current rating on this is more than adequate for the needs of this unit, but it is significantly lower pressure required to operate the plunger than what this one is. I can put these two here together and show you pressing on it. It takes barely any effort at all, whereas it takes quite a bit more effort to compress it over here. I've already done a dry fit of these two of these switches in the unit. Assembled them in there with the spring and everything, and the stop plate that I made, and it does indeed work just fine. So now what I've got to do is unsolder the two micro switches that I installed and solder these two in, and then the machine will work just fine. So please bear that in mind. The last digit in this part number, that 4, is referring to the force required to operate the plunger, and you'll have to go to one of Omron's tables to decode what it is, but it's a number code for the plunger force in grams required to operate it, and this one here is slightly less than half the number of grams required to operate this switch. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. I'm going to do this off camera, and I will return when it's done, show you the finished results.